Good morning, students. Today we will revise the remaining topics of Unit 2. You must have student reader with you. Let's begin the class. How you will get to know that we are not fine today? We get to know that we are not fine through symptoms. Now, what is symptom? Symptoms are the sign that we have fallen sick. For example, when you have common cold, the symptoms are running nose or coughing. So in today's class, we will learn about diseases. What is disease and how many types of diseases are there? So disease, it is the condition of the living animal or plant when some part of the body does not function properly. So in disease, what happens? It can happen in animal also, human being also, or in plants also. So when we are suffering from any disease, some part of the body does not function properly. There are two types of diseases. First one is non-communicable and the second is communicable. Now let's learn more about it. So non-communicable disease. Disease that do not spread from one person to another is known as non-communicable disease. So the disease which cannot spread from one person to another is non-communicable disease. They are either caused due to deficiency of nutrients or when our organ does not function properly. So when we suffer from non-communicable disease, when we have deficiency of vitamins and minerals in our body or any organ of our body do not function properly. Clear? Now we will talk about second type of disease, that is communicable disease. Now communicable disease are the disease that spread from one person to another. So the disease which can spread from one person to another are called communicable disease. And how they caused? These diseases are caused by very tiny organism called germs. So when due to germs, communicable diseases are caused. For communicable disease, there are 4 things required. What are they? Source, agent, source of transmission and host. So these 4 things are required to spread communicable disease. So now let us learn what is source. This is the person or place from where the disease originates. For example, it originates from a sick person or animal or garbage dump. So a sick person, animal or garbage dump act as a source. Next is agent. Agent means something that causes the disease in your body. For example, cold happens because of a tiny germs called rhinovirus. Following are the most common types. So bacteria, viruses, protozoa and fungi. They are some common types of germs, tiny organisms. Okay. Now bacteria. They cause disease such as typhoid, plague, cholera and tuberculosis. So due to bacteria, we can suffer from these diseases: typhoid, plague, cholera and tuberculosis. Viruses. They cause diseases such as polio, chickenpox, measles, mumps, and common cold, protozoa. They cause diseases such as malaria and amoebic dysentery. Next is fungi. They cause diseases such as skin infection. Now let's talk about mode of transmission. The medium or the way through which disease reaches host body. So mode of transmission means the medium, the way through which the disease move from one person to another. The different modes of transmissions are, it can be infected food, can be infected water, or direct contact, or even insect bite also. So all four things can act as mode of transmission. Next is host, the person or living thing on which the disease attacks. For example, disease can attack on humans, animals, or plants. Next is prevention of communicable diseases. How we can prevent ourselves from communicable diseases. So the steps which you can take is, first one, keep yourself and your surrounding clean. So we must keep our surrounding neat and clean. Second is, use handkerchief or tissue while coughing or sneezing. So we must always have a handkerchief and we should use it when we are coughing or sneezing. Third is, stay away from an infected person. If you see someone is suffering from cold, then we must maintain some distance from infected person. Fourth step is, wash your hand with soap and water before eating anything, because we have germs in our hand. So we must wash our hand before eating anything. Fifth point, eat clean and fresh food and boil water to keep your immune system strong. So we must always eat good, clean and healthy food. We must drink boiled water as it will keep our immune system strong. Now let's learn how we can take care of our community. So first thing which we can do is keep garbage in covered bins to prevent flies carrying germs to our body. So we must always dump our garbage in covered bins. Otherwise, all the flies will sit on that garbage and later on those flies will come into your home and sit around your furniture and on the e-tables, and it will give you diseases. Okay, so next point which you can do is clean the floor of your home by wiping and dusting to kill the house germs. Okay, next is let sufficient air and sunlight enter your house. So our house must be spacious. Lot of sunlight should come into your house. Okay. Next, remove any water stored in the house for too long. Mosquitoes breed in stagnant water. So we must not have any water stored for too long. Next is vaccination. Vaccines are injections that you take to prevent certain diseases from affecting you. So we must talk to our doctor on which vaccine you should take. So now we will talk about vitamins and minerals. What are vitamins? Vitamins are chemical substance present in the food, and minerals are naturally occurring substance which is present in the food. Most vitamins cannot be made in our body, so we have to take all those vitamins and minerals through food. So that's why we must have a good, healthy, balanced diet so that we can get all the vitamins and minerals which are needed in our body. And some common vitamins are vitamin A, B, C, and D. And some common minerals are calcium, iron, and iodine. Now we will learn about types of deficiency diseases. There are various types of non-communicable diseases that can affect our body. We will be learning about one special type of non-communicable disease which are called deficiency disease. These diseases are caused by the deficiency of vitamins and minerals. So deficiency diseases are the diseases which are caused due to deficiency of vitamins and minerals. जब हमारी बॉडी में विटामिन्स और मिनरल्स की कमी हो जाती है. So let's look at different examples of diseases that are caused due to deficiency of vitamins and minerals. So first we'll talk about vitamin A. So what is the role of vitamin A in the body? It helps to make the immune system strong and keep our heart and eyes healthy. So the role of vitamin A is that it keeps our immune system strong and our heart and eyes healthy. So the disease which is caused due to deficiency of vitamin A is night blindness. Night blindness. The affected person find it difficult to see properly in dim light. So the person who is suffering from night blindness, that person feel difficulty in seeing in dim light. So what are the preventive measures which we can take? That is having a diet rich in dark green, orange and yellow vegetables such as spinach, carrots, mango, milk and egg. Now next is vitamin B. So what is the role of vitamin B in our body? It helps your body make energy from food. It is also involved in making red blood cells. Now what is the role of red blood cell? Red blood cells carry oxygen throughout your body. Now, which is the disease which is caused due to deficiency of vitamin? That is beriberi. Now, what are the symptoms? Symptoms include loss of appetite, bhook na lagna, weakness, pain in the limbs, हाथ पैरों में दर्द होना, shortness of breath and swollen feet or legs. हाथ पैर सूज जाना. So these are the symptoms of beriberi. Now what are the preventive measures? Preventive measures are having a diet rich in bananas, fish, meat and cereals. So the person who is suffering from beriberi, who is having deficiency of vitamin A, that person should eat lot of bananas, fish, meat and cereals. Next is vitamin C. Now what is the role of vitamin C in the body? It helps in keeping body tissues such as gums, bones and blood vessels in good shape. It also helps to heal cut or wounds. So घाव हो जाते हैं when we get injured. So vitamin C helps to heal all those cuts. Now the disease which is caused due to deficiency of vitamin C is scurvy. The affected person suffers from bleeding of gums and swelling of the joints. So who is having scurvy disease? So gums starts bleeding. So what are the preventive measures which we can take? Having a diet rich in green vegetables and tomatoes. Having citrus fruits like oranges, amla, and sprouted grains and pulses. So next is vitamin D. Role of vitamin D in the body is vitamin D is needed for strong bones and teeth. It also helps your body absorb the amount of calcium it needs. So if you want to have strong bones and teeth, so we must consume lot of vitamin D. The disease caused due to deficiency of vitamin D is rickets. The affected person's bone becomes soft and weak, and this affects the growth of the person. So the preventive measures are having a diet rich in milk, fish, butter and eggs, and exposure to sunlight. So a person who have deficiency of vitamin D, that person should consume milk, fish, butter and eggs and exposure to sunlight. Now calcium. Role of calcium in the body. Calcium keeps our bones and teeth strong. Now deficiency disease is osteoporosis. The affected person's bones become weak and this increases the risk of a broken bone. You know, some persons whose bones are not strong, they just fell down and their bone breaks. So we all must have strong bones. So for that you must have, calcium. And we get calcium through green leafy vegetables. We should drink milk. We should eat milk products. So then our bones and teeth will be strong. Now next is iodine. Role of iodine in the body. Iodine helps our body to produce thyroid hormones, which ensures that our body remains healthy. You will read about the thyroid hormones in later classes, okay? So deficiency disease is goiter. Low iodine means our body does not produce enough of the thyroid hormones. A symptom is swelling in the neck region. As you can see this lady. The preventive measures are have a diet rich in seafood and iodized salt. Next is iron. Role of iron in the body. Iron helps red blood cell carry oxygen to all parts of the body. And deficiency disease is anemia. The symptoms of an anemia are feeling tired and low on energy. This is because the blood does not carry enough oxygen to the body. That's why that person feels tired and feel low in energy. The preventive measures can be having a diet rich in beans, dates, jaggery and apples. In apple, lot of iron is there. So with this we have completed Unit 2 revision. And if you have any doubt, if any topic is not clear, you can contact me. and prepare well for pre-midterm exam. Thank you.